Chapter 18, Killlian's Luck. From the Raven, Revenge, and the Reckoning. Dawn cracked the edge of the sky, pale streaks of red. Rain had thinned to a mist. Sam Crow raised the spyglass again, coat soaked through, jaw locked tight, rain dripping from the brim of his hat. They'd been tracking since dusk the night before, every hour chipping away at hope. But now he saw something. "Mara," he said low. "There, near that gap in the hills." She nudged her mare beside him, stepped down, and steadied the spyglass against his shoulder. At first nothing, then movement. A man, hunched, weaving like a drunk, casting side to side like he'd lost something. "I think it's him," she whispered. Sam narrowed his eyes. "Looks like he's tracking the gelding." Mara handed the spyglass back. "He's walking crooked. Looks half dead." Lottie rode up behind them, face pale. "Is it really him?" Sam gave a tight nod. "Pretty sure." They kicked into a lope, hooves slapping wet earth. It took about 10 minutes to reach him. By then, the man had collapsed against a rock, arms slack, eyes half glazed over. Sam noticed a raven sitting on the ground in the rain, only a few feet from Killlian. The bird cocked his head and hopped a little further away, but didn't fly, just flapped its wings and gave that low, throaty call. "That's odd," Sam thought. "Killlian," Mara called. No answer. Sam slid from the saddle first, handed off the reins, and crouched low. "Killlian," he said carefully. "It's Sam Crow, from Mara's ranch. I know we haven't met, but I'm here to help." Killlian blinked, barely registering the voice. His face was a mess, jaw swollen and lopsided, dried blood caked across his cheeks. His lips moved, but no sound came. Mara was down beside him in a second. "You old fool," she whispered. "You should have taken the job I offered. Look at you now." He tried to speak again. It came out hoarse, broken. "Horse, gone. Raven's been following me. Thought I was a goner." "We know," Sam said. "The grulla made it back to the ranch. Any damn good thing he did, or we wouldn't have been looking for you." Killlian's eyes fluttered, like staying conscious was more than he had left. "We need to get him up," Sam said. "He's in bad shape. Real bad." Lottie knelt beside him, brushed his hair from his brow. "He's burning up." Sam glanced at the sky. "No sense patching him up out here. We've got to move." Mara hesitated. "It's a long way to ride double." "I'll walk," Sam said. He turned to Lottie. "You know the way home?" "I think so," she said. "If I follow the bluff east, then cut down toward the Canadian." "Good." He gave her a quick look. "Ride hard. Tell Lazarus to send the wagon, and get someone to fetch the doctor." Lottie nodded. Sam pointed out a ridge she could follow. "You stick to the right side of that hill. That'll take you down toward the river. When you see the Canadian, follow it upstream. You'll find the ranch." She turned in the saddle, glanced once at Killlian, then wheeled her mare and rode off at a gallop. Mara tightened the bandana under Killlian's chin to hold his jaw. "Broken," she said quietly. "I know it is." Killlian groaned as they lifted him. He sagged between them, barely conscious. "I don't know what else to do, Mara, but I guess we just drape him over my saddle, and I'll—" "Actually, we better put him on your mare," Sam said. "She's more gentle. You can ride the gray. I'll walk." Sam handed Mara his canteen. They got Killlian tied in place on the back of the sorrel mare. "Tip the canteen and just let some water into his mouth. Actually, it might be good to get a small rag. We can soak it in water and shove it in his mouth so it doesn't dry out." They turned north, cutting cross-country through the wet grass. Sam led, carrying the lantern. The sky was dark. Thunder still grumbled off to the west, the wind sharp and steady. Sam wished it would lay down. Nearly 3 hours passed. Then, off in the distance, a wagon. Sam squinted. There they are. The mules were moving fast. It was Bill Puck driving. As the wagon rolled closer, Mara whistled once. Bill pulled up quick, eyes wide, as he saw Killlian strapped across the saddle of Mara's mare. "Let's get him in," Bill said. Mara dismounted and tied the gray to the back of the wagon, then climbed into the back beside Killlian. Sam switched back to the gray mare. Bill wheeled the mules and set off. Sam watched the wheels kick up mud, then called out, "I'm heading in. I'll make sure the doc's there." He kicked his steel gray mare into a gallop. He figured they weren't but about 4 miles out. By the time Sam reached the bunkhouse rail, the ranch was already stirring. Lazarus had coffee on. Doc Ransom's horse was tied at the hitching post. Sam didn't waste words. "He's in bad shape," he said. "Broken jaw. Maybe a busted hand. Looks like hell." Ransom stepped outside, wiping his hands. "Where do you want me to work on him? Bunkhouse?" "Nah," Sam replied. I'm sure Mara will want him in the house. I'll go get the spare room ready. When Sam returned, they could see the mules and wagon not far out. Bill Puck was driving hell for leather. Sam was sure Mara was going to say something to him about that. Let's get him on a bed, Doc Ransom barked. They brought Killlian in minutes later, blankets slung between Sam and a young cowboy named Jed, who helped lift him onto the bed while the doc started laying out supplies. Water boiling, Ransom said. Now, I'll need a light and a steady hand. Mara hovered nearby, soaked to the knees. How bad is it? Damn bad, the doc muttered. Could have been worse, though. We'll see. Outside, Sam walked to the corral. The gray mare stood near the fence, steam rising from her back. She didn't flinch when he laid a hand on her neck. Hell of a ride you made, he murmured. The gelding stood nearby, watching. Well, old boy, Sam said, looks like you saved Killlian's life. The gelding didn't look impressed. Behind him, Bill Puck stepped up. You think he's going to make it? Sam didn't answer right away. I don't know, he said. But he ought to. Man's got sand in his guts. The kitchen boiled with motion. Mara and Lottie moving quick, stoking the stove, fetching towels, boiling water, cutting cloth. Doc Ransom stood over Killlian with his sleeves rolled up, a bottle of laudanum uncorked on the table along with a bottle of chloroform. He won't be out long, the doctor said, voice flat. But it'll be long enough. He pulled the cork with his teeth and tipped the jug back for a gulp. The doctor worked fast, hands rough but sure. It was crude but not careless. He reset the jaw with a sickening crunch. Killlian flinched but stayed under. Wire twisted tight, lips sealed shut with iron intention. When it was done, Ransom leaned back, sweat beading on his neck. He'll need broth, nothing solid, and he'll be in a hell of a lot of pain when he comes around. I'll leave you some laudanum. And that left hand, it's got 2 broken fingers and badly swollen, but I bandaged it. I think it'll heal okay. Mara nodded. She sat beside the bed. I'll handle it. You always do, Sam muttered from the corner. She didn't look at him. Ransom stood. I'll be back tomorrow to check it. Keep him warm. Keep him still. And for God's sake, don't let him try to talk. The door closed behind the doctor, and for a long time no one said anything, just the wind in the eaves and the creak of floorboards. Then Mara exhaled. Not relief. Just breath she hadn't realized she was holding. Lottie stepped in quietly. Do you want me to make some supper, Mama? Sure, go ahead, Mara replied. Mara looked at Killlian, his jaw swollen, skin pale, but breathing steady. Yeah, he will. Sam shifted his weight. You want me to stay? No, Mara said. Go check the herd. I'll sit with him tonight. You can come back in to eat supper, though, if you like. I would appreciate that, in case I need any help with him. She looked at Killlian when she said it. He nodded once and walked out, leaving her in the quiet. She reached for the cloth again, wiped Killlian's brow. You stubborn bastard, she whispered, but I'm glad you made it back. His hand twitched faintly, and for the first time in a long while she smiled.